coaching this generation's real estate superstars. Harris Real Estate University.
You guys think about it, just really think about being in the asset manager's position. Think about all the phone calls you deal with a day, all the solicitations that you're dealing with a day. Worried about being laid off, you want these properties closed so you get your bonus. It's a tough job, it's a tough job. You know, so when you market to them, you have to be creative. So many agents, I think, just try to market to an asset manager the same way you market to a typical buyer and seller, and you can't do that. You gotta be creative. I know you go to conferences and you meet them, but there's usually 100 people around them. And when they walk out the thing, I'm wondering if they throw the stuff in the trash can. So you gotta be creative. And in my opinion, the only way to really stand out is to stand out on the portal that they're using, whatever portal that is. Question?
All right, so they have a couple hundred files. They don't have time really to read profiles
Right.
and all this stuff. So what's the biggest aha moment that some asset managers told you, like, well, I just got off the phone with some guy and I got to check him out because he said something or did something that was different that made, I mean, you talk with these people, so
Correct.
what have you heard? I mean,
What stands out?
What stood out? What was the biggest aha moment?
Well,
that
I'll give you
somebody
a
said?
couple examples. A couple of the things that I've spoken with them that they like to see the best, and this is what I always encourage my agents to put in the comment section, because there's a comment section on our AMP system, and it's in the center of your scorecard. And sometimes I'll look at them, and I looked at one the other day, and it was like that freaking long. It was like a book. So he called me and he goes, so Mark, what do you think? What do you think about my scorecard? And I'm like, honestly? He said, yeah. And I was like, dude, it's too long. Is somebody going to read that? I'm not going to read that. I've talked to asset managers. You know what they like to see? What's your cash for key success rate? Cash for key success. Do you close these properties? And if so, what do you have a low DOM? What's your average DOM? Is it low? And the third thing is, how fast do you get the task done? I had one agent that said, guaranteed all my tasks are done within 24 hours. She put it on the thing. That's something that I didn't think of. That's something she thought of. But the asset managers, this is what's important to them. They don't care where you went to high school, where you grew up, who you're married to, who your best friend is, how many kids you have. You know what they care about? Do you have cash for key success rate? How fast you close these properties? Am I going to have to babysit you? You're in. Are you accessible? That's one of the biggest ones. I spoke with an asset manager at the Recon conference, and she said there is nothing that makes me more mad when I call an agent and I get the assistant. She goes, I hired you, you hire your staff. She goes, I want to deal with you, you can deal with your staff. And it is, it's frustrating. Even when I worked with US Res, sometimes I would be dealing with the property and I can't get the agent. And I go 3 days and they're like, okay, well, let's get rid of him. Or we just can't get rid of him. Well, why not? Let's get rid of him. Why are we going to keep using him over and over again?
So why do they hold on to these people?
They don't. That's what he's saying.
Well, they'll put a comment. And sometimes some people get DQ'd. But it's just, it's very, very frustrating. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm not in that position where, I'm not the vendor manager and I'm not going to make that decision. If it was me, probably half of them wouldn't be on the system. I mean, why? How many chances do you have to give them? You don't have a for sale sign in the front of the house because somebody stole it the first week? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? It's like, your value is at 400 and yours is at 6 and yours is at 1.1? You're kidding me. Question?
I keep hearing that with all the REO companies and such, that they are trying to find agents who are very close to the subject property. Well, I've been seeing more and more in my area that these agents, I'm in Laguna Niguel here, that these agents are coming from Corona. I've never heard of
Wow.
them. And they're servicing these REOs.
I can tell
and
you
they
why.
look like crap. Sorry,
Why?
but they do.
I can tell you why. You ready?
Why?
Okay. Don't beat me up for it.
I won't.
Okay. Some clients will require a distance, say 25 miles, but the majority of them won't. So what happens is, if I work with, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Chris.
Chris, okay. Two scenarios. I deal with Chris, and Chris, I'm happy with him. And their property is available in the next town over. Why am I going to just pick another agent where I have no idea who they are? I'm going to just use my guy that I've already dealt with. So Chris, do you mind going over there and doing a property?
Give me the address. I'm heading.
That's it.
For free daily coaching, go to timandjulieharris.com. Harris Real Estate University.